From Binbrook, the Elwood Lehman Plumbing, number 68 is Jens Mortensen. Starting second from Hamilton, the Ackland Insurance 00X is Mike Ferguson. Starting third from Brantford, the Affordable Towing and Recovery 911 Nick Liverance. Starting fourth from Brantford, the Classic Party Rentals number 1 Chris Dickey. Starting fifth from Oshwegan, the Cool Kids 38 is Derek Miller. Starting sixth from Jarvis, the Symington Automotive 88, that's Dale Jacari. Then from Caledonia, the 119, Sean Quinn. He starts 7th. From Hamilton, the Burger Barn 56, Derek Lemaire starting 8th. Starting 9th from Victoria, the Affordable Portugals 84RK is Ryan Beagle. Starting 10th from Jerseyville, the Advantage Electric 53, Logan Schwedick. And starting 11th from Oshwegan, the Town Line Variety 777X is Steve Hess. Again, we'll take the top 7 from this one directly to the feature. Everybody else will have to run the B main. Green flag out on heat race number 2.
Kyle McKenzie sets the field loose, and we go down into corner number 1 with Jens Mortensen leading the way. He bobbles just a little bit. Here comes Chris Dickey to the inside, Mike Ferguson to the outside, and they will race side by side down the back stretch and into corner number 3.
Everybody did a good job maneuvering through corner 2 there. A bit of a tight squeeze, but they all managed to get through, and now Dickey will lead after lap number 1. Ferguson holding second for now, but there's a bunch of good cars behind him.
Dickey, your leader. Ferguson right there in second. Here comes Dale Jacari now sticking the nose down on the inside in car number 88. So he's challenging for that second spot. Meanwhile, Mortensen and Lemaire right there round out the top 5 as they're going at it side by side.
So Dickey continues to lead. Jacari second. Then it's side by side for third. Lemaire takes that away from the 00 of Ferguson. Mortensen trying to recover here after he dropped back early in the race. He's racing side by side with Ferguson now for the 4th spot.
Chris Dickey going to the high outside up in the loose stuff there in corner number 4. He's the leader in lap number 3. 5 laps left to go, and now Dale Jacari is feeling some pressure from the 56 of Derek Lemaire in that 56 car. Now Ferguson drifting back, and he's in danger of being swarmed and being bumped out of a transfer position.
Yeah, Ferguson got pretty sideways there in corner 2, and that allowed Beagle now to get to the inside. So they go at it for the 5th spot, 6th. Actually, the battle for the final transfer spot in 7th. Right now it's Schwedick in the 53, but Liverance is there in the 911 as they go side by side.
Again, the fight for the 2nd spot heats up a little bit more. Derek Lemaire in the Burger Barn 56 down to the inside of the 88 of Dale Jacari. Camaro versus Monte Carlo in this battle as they go down through corners 1 and 2. Jacari has a nice line through that middle groove, and it's giving him the advantage.
Liverance just took away the final transfer, but Schwedick caught a piece of the 911 in turn number 1, and now he goes back to the 7th and final transfer spot. Dickey gets the 2 to go signal at the front, but Jacari's starting to run him down.
So Jacari trying to close the gap on the leader, Chris Dickey. That 88 car slowly reeling in the leader. Lemaire back there in 3rd. Mortensen with a good run up in 4th. Beagle right now completing the top 5 as the fight for the final 2 transfer spots is between those 5 cars at the back. They're distance from the leaders, and right now it's Ferguson and Schwedick in those spots.
Hess trying to work his way through here. He started at the tail, and now he makes a move to the inside, trying to make it 3 wide, but drops back out of that one. So still Schwedick and Ferguson going at it. Dickey will get the win. 2nd is Jacari. 3rd is Lemaire. 4th is Mortensen. 5th will be Beagle. 6th will be Ferguson, and 7th in the final transfer. A good race for that spot. It will be Schwedick getting the spot. So Hess, Miller, and Liverance will head to the B main. Race number 3 already out of the speedway, starting the pole from Brantford. Scheduled to go there was the 15 of Reese George. Starting 2nd from Hagersville, the Timson Auto 23, Trevor DeBoer. Starting 3rd from Caister Center, the DNS Automotive 28 is Jim Lampman. Starting 4th from Port Colborne, the Sean McCready Trucking 11R of Bryce Richardson. Then one of our championship contenders from Dundas, the Great Lakes Brewery 81 is Carl Salt. From Port Colborne, the Club 54 25 is Ken Sargent. From Caledonia, the Club 54 number 8 is Ryan Dinning. From Hagersville, the Gibbs Action Sports 49, that's your points leader Dave Bailey. Then the 32 Mark Fawcett, and the 28K tonight, that's Kathleen Lampman in the 28K. Here we go. 8 laps of distance on heat race number 3.
So the pole sitter electing to go to the back of the field. Reese George in the 15 at the back of the pack with Trevor DeBoer leading down into quarter number 3 in the 23 machine. That car has been very racy here in 2016, and one of the most improved drivers, I think, Trevor DeBoer.
Yeah, definitely Trevor DeBoer in the hunt for that most improved award, as he got his first podium a few weeks ago here in that number 23 car. And he's going to see Jim Lampman close to him pretty soon here, as Lampman's starting to make a run in that 28 car. Behind them, we're keeping an eye on Salt and Bailey, the two main championship contenders. Ryan Dinning has an outside shot at it as well, but basically it's Bailey or Salt who are going to take the title here tonight.
All racing together right now. Carl Salt, second place in standings. He's the 81 car. The 49, Dave Bailey in that Brewster Baker paint scheme. He is the point leader and the hottest driver right now in any sort of street stock action in the province of Ontario, winning 5 of his last 6 is that 49 to Dave Bailey as they go down the backstretch. Ken Sargent in the middle of this one in the 25.
So far, Bailey's kind of stuck back there, but he knows he's got a transfer spot, so may not be pushing too hard. He wants to get into that feature, first of all, because that'll be step number 1 to getting this championship sewn up here. DeBoer still leading about 4 car lengths ahead of Jim Lampman there, as those two have run away from the rest of the field.
Now, so DeBoer, your leader, Lampman in the second spot. Then you've got Bryce Richardson running in third. Fourth right now, Carl Salt in the 81. Fifth is the 25 of Sargent. Then it's the 49 of Dave Bailey and the 8 of Ryan Dinning. Right now, those are the transfer cars. Kathleen Lampman right now outside looking in that 28K, and a long ways to go to get up there into a transfer spot.
Kind of strange to see Mark Fawcett running at the back, but that is not the Camaro we're used to seeing him run here. He's got that Monte Carlo out tonight, maybe just some test laps for it. Up front, it's still DeBoer. He will get the white flag this time by, as Lampman so far has not been able to do anything with him. A good race for third between Bailey, Salt, and Richardson, and now Bailey's taking that spot away.
Well, with the handicapping system, this is called the fast car heat, and Trevor DeBoer flexing some muscle here as he is pulled away from the top contenders in the division. And coming off of corner 4, Trevor DeBoer will pick up the win in the heat. Jim Lampman will grab second. Third will go to Dave Bailey. Fourth, Bryce Richardson. Fifth is Ken Sargent. And sixth and seventh are Ryan Dinning and Carl Salt. So those cars will go to tonight's A main. Kathleen Lampman, Mark Fawcett, and Reese George will all go to the B main.
So that'll do it for our Thunderstock action. Now it's time for the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks. They've brought
our concession areas. We have 2 designated areas, one at the end of corner number 4, one at the end of corner number 1. We ask that you please abide by the smoking areas. B main for the Schweiken Speedway Thunderstocks. And a bunch of cars missing from this one. Brady Longboat scheduled to go from the pole. Mike Graham to the outside. Travis Torelli, row number 2 with Tony Frazier. Row 3, Nick Liverance and Derek Miller. Row 4, Sean Quinn and Steve Hess. Row 5, Reese George and Mark Fawcett. And in the 6th and final row, Kathleen Lampman. Green flag up in the air, and we are underway in the last chance qualifier for the Thunderstocks.
Looking for 7 cars out of this one. Top 7 will transfer. Everybody else will be done for the night. And right now it's Hess trying to go after the 92 of Torelli for the lead, but now Graham and Liverance, everybody all up in there actually. And now Torelli goes around, catches the 28 of Lampman. All kinds of carnage out of corner number 4. About 32 of Fawcett all mixed up in there as well.
Our cone was injured, Tommy.
I think that was a new one this week.
We need a camera on that thing.
We would have had to replace 2 $300 cameras already this week and last. Well, we'll clear the dust here as we make our way through the infield over here to check out what's going on with the 2 cars. Torelli's got problems down the infield. Fawcett on the outside, and a horrible break here for the Lampmans. As this, that's Jim's backup car that his daughter's driving here in the 28K, and Mark Fawcett here in the 32. This is a new acquisition for the Lampman team. I think they're ramping up with Kathleen and young Donnie Lampman, working their way into the next generation of race cars for these guys. So Lampman picking up that one, and he cannot be too pleased with both of them getting into it here in the consolation race.
It's a long way from here, but it's worth it.
We'll try again and come back to the green flag here in the B main. The Final 7 cars to transfer are here, so hopefully we can get through this one clean and green. Still have the B main for the mini stocks. Then we'll have our bomber feature before intermission.
Had to stay yellow there for debris on the backstretch, but now we're green flag and Steve Hess has the lead. Nick Liverance in the 911 trying to chase him down, as these drivers are racing for their starting positions in the feature. So Hess right now has the best shot to finish, or to start 22nd, I should say. So it's a big difference between starting 22nd and starting 28th, where Reese George is set to line up at the moment.
Side by side for that spot at the front of the field. Coming down the cross flags, it will shorten this to a 6-lap race. 3 in, 3 to go, with Steve Hess leading the way. And that 911 of Nick Liverance now to the outside will grab the lead for the moment.
So a good race going on for the lead of this one. Big problems on the Tony Fraser 52 as he goes up in smoke. So a tough break for the driver who just made it back out here to the track a few weeks ago. Now we see the 28K of Kathleen Lampman. I was wrong about that one. Somehow they did get it fixed, and she will come back out, and she might steal the final transfer spot here if she can complete enough laps before the end of this one.
Top 3 going at it here for the win. They're all transferred, but if you put a checkered flag on the line, they'll race for it. And here comes Liverance back to the outside of the Hess machine, and Derek Miller's right there in the thick of it.
Well, not too many races left in the 2016 season, so these drivers want to squeeze all the fun out of this track that they can. And Hess right now having the most fun leading this one. Checkered flag in the air, and Hess will get the win. Second is Miller. Third is Liverance. Fourth will be Mike Graham. Then it's Fawcett in the 32. A lot of sparks coming out of the 28K of Lampman, but she will be on the track at the finish of this one, and then it's the 15 of George. And Lampman in the 28K will complete enough laps to get the final transfer spot, so that crew can go to work and get that one ready for the feature. Melissa Miller starting second, number 40, Derek Liverance. Row number 2, the number 18, Adam Hallett, and the 13X, Craig White. Starting in row number 3, number 13, Casey Huffman, and number 7, Jason Langaro. Row number 4, number 16, Jeremy May, and number 68, Jens Mortensen. Row number 5, 00X of Mike Ferguson, and the number 1, Chris Dickey. Row number 6, 88 is Dale Jacari, the 56, Derek Lemaire. Row 7, 84 RK, Ryan Beagle, and the 53 of Logan Schwedick. Row number 8, the number 23 is Trevor DeBoer, and the 28 of Jim Lampman. Row number 9, the 11R Bryce Richardson, the 81 Carl Salt. He's your first of the championship contenders here in this feature. Starting in row number 10, the 25 Ken Sargent, the number 8 of Ryan Dinning, who also has an outside shot at the title. And the points leader coming into the night, starting inside row number 11, the 49 Dave Bailey. On his outside, 777X Steve Hess. Then in row 12, the 38 of Derek Miller, 911 of Nick Liverance. Row 13, the 48 Mike Grimm, 32 Mark Fawcett. Row 14, the number 15 Reese George, and the 28K of Kathleen Lampman. Those will be your 28 starters for the final points race of 2016 for the Ohsweken Speedway Thunderstock division. So it'll be Dave Bailey, the 49 car. He's your driver to watch, looking for his second straight track championship. 81 Carl Salt and the number 8 of Ryan Dinning going to try to take it away from him. Bailey comes into the night 23 points ahead in the championship chase. Here we go. Green flags coming out in our final Thunderstock points race of 2016.
Already here going 3 and 4 wide into 1 with Hallett, Miller, White, and Longaro. What a drive here in the 3 deep all the way around as the Ohsweken Thunderstock show you why it's the baddest show in town.
And the track nice and wide for them here tonight. Everybody fanning out 4 wide for the 4th spot, actually 5th spot, make that, as everybody shoots down the front straightaway to complete lap number 1. Derek Lemaire in the 56 car, the driver on the move right now, has made up 3 or 4 spots now down the back straightaway.
Wow, I would not want to be Dave Bailey there. 3 wide for 3 rows in front of him here as the defending and trying to become the 2-time champ works it here to the inside.
Bailey's magic number is 10. If he can finish 10th or better, it doesn't matter what anybody else does here tonight. Bailey will lock up the title. Right now, he's still well behind that position, though, but he does have Carl Salt, his next closest title contender, right in front of him. So Bailey's keeping him in sight at the moment.
Trevor DeVore gets turned loose. So does Bryce Richardson, and the veteran Richardson gathers it up, and the rookie does a fabulous job as well. Just goes to show you how tight these guys can race and keep it together so far is amazing, Tommy.
3 wide for the lead. Longaro comes out with it. Then Liverence back to second. Lemaire is there as well as he gets to the middle groove. Now dives it to the bottom and tries to get a run down the back straightaway. Longaro, the rookie, the year points leader coming into the night, has the lead right now in that number 7 car. Yellow flag is out as the 911 of Liverence has stopped up in corner 2.
Well, it started with the 0x0 of Mike Ferguson. He got turned around, lost the handle on the top side of turns 1 and 2. Liverence pulled up to the wall to try to avoid and lost the handle, slammed the outside wall right in front of the Rochester Nighthawks Creative Edge signs and graphics billboards here under the scoreboard. Now that is white blocks, and tough break for Ryan Denning, a flat left rear for one of the title contenders tonight, Tommy. He's going to have his hands full tonight. He was already facing an uphill battle, but it quickly becomes a mountain.
Yeah, Denning basically had to see Bailey and Salt finish.
Smoking back there in the number 48 car with Gord Earl Tools on the side. I want to welcome Gord Earl Tools, one of our dealers here in the Mac Tools billboard up there, along with Richie Tools, between the Pinties and the Burger Barn signs here. New sponsors this year and helping out Mike Graham. So here we come off of turn number 4. Longaro steps on the masher, and we go back to it. Green is out. Has the Burger Barn 56 of Liverence now working on the inside, and Adam Hallett on the top side of Lemaire and Liverence.
Hallett has been looking good the last few weeks here in that number 18 car. Tries to make it 3 wide for the second spot, but Liverence moves up and shuts the door on him for the moment. Lemaire to the inside takes second away from Liverence now.
Jason Longaro, a rookie here. That's the former Lee Winger 2 car that won so many features. Running so good here tonight up front, out ahead of the Derek Lemaire 56. Then Adam Hallett all alone in the 3rd spot. Jakari and Lampman coming back at the top 5 as they try to work at the Liverence 40.
Dave Bailey just trying to pick his way through here and keep the nose clean on the 49. Got on the bottom of a 4 wide at battle a minute ago. Now he's on the bottom of almost a 5 wide one out of corner 2.
He works the inside of Sargent and Beagle. He's almost at that magic number 10 position as he gets on the brakes on the back door of the Beagle machine. And here comes Adam Hallett. What a run for Adam Hallett. I'm not going to say nothing good because we gave him the curse last week.
So Hallett is still holding the 2nd spot for the moment. Lemaire, one of the quicker drivers here in that 56 car, hasn't been able to work his way around Adam Hallett yet, as Hallett maybe starting to eat into that lead that Jason Longaro had built up.
Hallett really sliding it hard as he chases after Jason Longaro's number 7, and they're trying to squeak away from the 56 of Derek Lemaire, but cannot quite do it, as Lemaire will pitch it to the bottom and chase after the 18.
So Longaro maybe opens up a bit of a gap again now on Hallett. Then it's Lemaire, Lampman, and Carl Salt up into the top 5. Salt is doing everything he can to try to eat into that points lead that Bailey had built up coming into the night, but Bailey is there as well, and now the yellow flag is out as Kathleen Lampman has spun the 28K around in corner number 4.
Well, that may be a break for her father, Jim, who runs here in the 4th position. She was trying to get it going, and that's what's going to save her, is she made every attempt to get the car in gear, but could not pull out in front of traffic and was forced to go yellow. So tough break for the rookie Lampman out here as her father runs in position number 4. So this may help or hurt her dad. We will see.
All points race of 2016 for the Thunderstocks. Longaro again chooses the inside line for the restart, so Hallett will restart in the 2nd position. Lemaire, then Lampman, Salt, Sargent, and then it's Bailey, the points leader, keeping Salt in his sights right now, as Bailey will restart 7th. Here we go again, green flag in hand from Kyle McKenzie, and here we go.
It's on as we get rolling. It is Longaro on the inside and Hallett on the outside. 2, 8-cylinder rookies going at it here, who both were very good in the mini stocks. Both of them moving up and now. Hallett loses the handle on the outside and gets overhauled by 4 of them to the inside as Lemaire, Lampman, Sargent, and Carl Salt all gang up on it, but he puts the gloves on and battles back on the outside.
Boy, this is not what Dave Bailey would want to see, as everybody racing 3 and 4 wide in front of him. 4 wide for a moment. Salt drops back out of that one, so now it's only 3 wide for the 3rd spot. As Langaro continues to lead, then Lampman has snuck up into the 2nd spot now.
I promise you, Adam Hallett is very happy that they work the outside of the speedway at intermission like they've done here. It is wide, fast, and handsome for these Thunderstocks. And again, Hallett overdrops it in 2, but will battle back down the back straightaway.
Jason Langaro continues to run that outside groove. Lampman running the middle side. Sargent to his inside, Hallett to the outside as they continue to race for that 2nd spot. Bailey has fallen back a few positions as he and Lemaire almost make contact. And look at Ryan Dinning's made his way up through the pack. He's back into the top 10 in that number 8 car.
You know, Tommy, this is a prime track for Dave Bailey to run the top. Shocked to not see him up there. I got to wonder if he's being safe on the bottom, thinking he can control his own destiny on the inside. If you're up on the outside and someone loses the handle to the bottom, you're going to get bowling balled up to the outside. So I got to wonder why Bailey's still married to the bottom here tonight.
Yeah, and he's almost been pinched into that inside wall a couple times, so I guess that's what he's decided his best strategy is, and it's working out so far as he makes his way back around Beagle and the 56 of Lemaire. So Bailey still in the top 10 where he needs to be right now.
How about Ryan Dinning? Was tail, you mentioned what it would be like to watch. He's working on 4th now as Chris Dickey around in turn 1 and 2.
So yellow flag out again with 11 laps to go. Chris Dickey gets the number 1 turned facing the right way again, right in front of the leaders.
Well, I think he knows who got
starting this feature, but he wants to cap it off with a feature win for the first time in the Thunderstocks.
I love those white wheels, man. Takes me back to the old retro stock car days. So cool looking.
Yeah, a lot of the modifieds used to have the white wheels back in the 70s too.
Loved it. Bringing them here off the bottom of 4 is Jason Langaro. Jim Lampman will line up on the outside, getting ready to go green once again. Here we go. Watch that Ada Binning on the inside of his teammate Ken Sargent down on the bottom.
So 11 laps to go in this one. Now it's side by side for the lead, Lampman and Langaro. And Langaro choosing the inside line may finally have bitten him, as he can't get up to the outside where he was running those quick laps before. That's where Lampman is holding him down for the moment. Then Dinning, who came from the back, he's up to 3rd and looking for more in that number 8 car.
Working down the back straightaway, Langaro trying to hold on to this one, but he's got a handful. Lampman on the top, Dinning on the bottom. Salt and Sargent in the middle, with Hallett losing the handle a bit on the outside. That's going to cost him a bunch of spots. Had a great run going tonight, but so does Jason Langaro, trying to maintain the lead.
Jim Lampman is still there as well. He gets a great run out of corner 2, and now it's 3 wide for the lead. Entering corner number 3, Dinning on the bottom, Langaro in the middle, and Lampman on the top side. Langaro now slides up a bit in corner 4, and Lampman leads lap number 17.
Plazenga over into the pin area, problems on the 93, and they're 3 wide for the front spot here. Lampman grabs it. I believe he's got a brand new Epic Racewear suit on tonight as he brings it around through 3 and 4. Dinning to the inside.
It's still Lampman at the front for now, but Dinning and now Salter up in this one. Langaro back to 4th. Bailey's in it as well, as he's hung around in the top 10 the whole race, and now he's on the move in that 49 car with under 10 laps to go in this one.
Jim Lampman slides it up to the top side of 3 and 4, and that will give the bottom run to Ryan Dinning as Lampman comes back around him on the outside. Now they got to work under the lap car, and Lampman did not want to get pegged in and made it work.
Lampman and Dinning side by side out of corner 2. Dinning goes up about half a lane trying to keep Lampman from pinching him down like he had done a couple times so far. They get the high 5 from Kyle McKenzie this time by almost a dead heat at the line. Lampman leads lap number 20 at what would have been the regular distance here on a Friday night, but 5 extra laps here tonight to settle this one.
I help Brian Denning as he had the early flat problems here. And the top of the points all at the top of the field here tonight. Ryan Denning trying to hold up Jim Lampman, Carl Salt, and the 49 of Dave Bailey.
Well, Denning led that lap just by a hair as he and Lampman fight over the lead. Now Salt and Bailey are right there as well, as Bailey keeping Salt in his sights, and both of them might end up overtaking the top two here.
Working hard now, Bailey looking for the outside with 4 to go as they bring it on to 22. It is 3 to go now. Down onto the back straightaway, Ryan Denning with Carl Salt, Jim Lampman, and Dave Bailey on his back bumper.
Lampman's going to have to work around that slower car of Mike Graham, and that's going to cost him the second spot and maybe the third one as well, as Bailey got up to the inside. Lampman snuck through, but he is struggling now to hold on to the third spot, and Bailey will get around, so it's Denning, then Salt and Bailey, a reverse of the top three in the point standings.
Lampman into the back of Dave Bailey as they got down the back straightaway. Now as they work it off of turn number 4, white flag in the air for the smoking. Now Ryan Denning's number 8.
Well, Bailey just trying to hang on to the end of this one here. 1 lap to go for Denning, trying to get the feature win. Bailey trying to get the championship done. A bunch of traffic right up ahead of the leaders here. As Denning comes out at corner number 4, he will get the win. Second is Salt. Third, and unofficially your champion, is Dave Bailey. Then it's Lampman and the 25 of Ken Sargent. So we will send Greg Callan down to Mobile One Victory Lane. He'll get a word with Ryan Denning, our feature winner, as well as Carl Salt and Dave Bailey, the podium finishers here tonight. Kathleen Lampman goes for a spin right at the end of this one. Feature win number 6 on the season for Ryan Denning, and his first one since July 15th.
Well, the top 3 in points reverse the order here in Mobile One Victory Lane. Ryan Denning comes home the winner. He climbs out of the car. Let's hear it for Ryan Denning. Driving the Club 54 Tobacco, Oshwegan Speedway number 8. Holding the Epic Racewear sign. He won't get the Epic Racewear Championship suit, but win number 6 for Ryan Denning. Ryan, win number 6. Problem is, top 2 in points were right behind you, but a great race nonetheless.
Man, what a race. Out of everybody, I got to thank all these guys for that pit stop and getting the tire back on this thing. Without that, we wouldn't be here right now.
Phenomenal season for you, and I would think next year you're one of the favorites yet again with this car.
Oh, I would hope so. We'll definitely be back, hopefully just as strong next year. Great racing with these guys. I mean, nobody better to win the championship than Dave Bailey.
Who would you like to thank for the win here tonight?
Oh, Club 54, Oshwegan Speedway for having us here all the time. Gale's Auto Aftermarket, my crew, everybody that's here helping me all the time, and anybody else that I forget.
There you go, win number 6 for Ryan Denning, tonight's winner. We'll get a word with Carl Salt and Dave Bailey. Dave Bailey getting congratulations from the folks at Epic Racewear. Carl Salt lays down some fire before his Victory Lane interview here. Carl, good battle there at the end. You finished second in this one, second in the points. A solid season for you. How are you with the outcome?
I'm happy with the outcome. It's the best season we've had yet in Thunder Cars. It was a great year, great bunch of guys to race with. We had a fun season.
Who would you like to thank for the second place?
Well, I got to thank my Uncle Glenn for helping me out here every week. He comes over, sets up the car. It's always a rocket ship. I got to thank Instant Installation, Brian Balmer, Great Lake Brewery, Watch Race Lawyers, Insight Graphics. Thanks. And Action Transmission. Can't forget about them. We got transmission held together this year. It was a great training, and here we are now.
There you go. Carl Salt figured out this car and has a second place finish in the standings and in tonight's race. Dave Bailey, what a hot streak you've been on. 6 wins in 8 races. You finally clinched the championship. You're one cool customer. I'd like to call you the Iceman because you're so cool. Can you finally sigh and have some relief now out of this?
I guess kind of, but we didn't come here to finish third. We came here to win this deal, but it's pretty stressful when you know you want to stick your nose in somewhere, and if you do, you lose a championship over it. But I don't know. We did it, I guess.
Back-to-back seasons, too. You got some great sponsors, great team crew on this car. Who would you like to thank?
I got to thank Jibs. I got to thank Johnny at Window Works, Club 54. I thank all my family, my guys. And we got to thank, a few weeks ago, well, I guess near the start of the season, we got into a big wreck on the back straightaway. And I said at the time, that's what wins championships. And Silverthorns, DeBoers, Chris Rickman, Steve Gary, there was a whole bunch of people back there like hammering on the car, getting it back out. So if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here.
There you have it. Dave Bailey picks up the win. Not only is he one heck of a driver, he's one of the most respected drivers in the pit area. And the folks from Epic Racewear will go in there and celebrate with the 2016 champion, Dave Bailey. We'll send it up top. Tommy Gooch, the starting lineup for the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks. 3 features left to go. The Minis, the Crate,
17 cars set to go. Our tightest points battle coming into the night in this one, Strickland's GMC Crate Sprint Cars. Starting on the pole, the second place driver in points coming into the night from Caledonia, the Runway Energy, Ashwegan Speedway, number 88 is Jesse McDonald. Starting second from St. Agatha, the Creative Edge Signs and Graphics, Kyle Tire, Shoppers Drug Mart, number 18 is Josh Shantz. Starting third from Caledonia, the Burger Bar and Ace One Construction, number 55, it's Mikey Bob.